I think for my generation, this is the first generation when people have done, and in the past it's always something you don't talk about as a lady of a certain age kind of thing. We don't want to be ladies of a certain age anymore. We want to be who we are, and we want to know what to expect and what we can do about it, be the best we can be.
When I first hit the menopause in my early 40s, 16 years ago, the word menopause just wasn't even mentioned, and I had no idea what was going on, and I felt very isolated, and I thought it was just me. There wasn't the support, there wasn't the understanding, or even the educational knowledge then for the average woman who was going through the menopause at whatever age or whatever their symptoms might be.
It's been far worse than I ever thought it would be, and I feel really sad as well because my mum never really slept very well, and she's gone now. And I wished I'd been more not that I wasn't sympathetic, but I just wish I'd had more compassion about that, because I didn't realise how much it impacts your life, really.
For some women, I think they do feel as though they're in a real black hole and they need support.
It needs to be spoke about because obviously there's the younger generation, so that they know what they're going to be going through. I've got a daughter, she's 19. When I was 19, I didn't really know anything about the menopause. My mum didn't really speak to me about it because it was obviously that generation.
I had no idea that I was in perimenopause, and I was thinking that there was something wrong with me all the time. I felt like I had my own chair at my GP. So I really think for our future, for our children, we should be more aware of the menopause and what women go through, because it's part of life.
The thing is, this is something that's been around, obviously, since forever, but it's never been spoken about. It's always something that's been kind of pushed under the carpet, but we all know it exists.
Again, it's still, unfortunately, a bit of a taboo subject. It doesn't seem to be talked about much, and we're finding when we talk to all sorts of women going through the menopause, they're not able to talk to their GPs, or their GPs are not offering them the advice that would help them or benefit them. And I just think knowledge is key, knowledge is power. So
I have 3 daughters, and they were taught at school about puberty and the changes in their body and what that meant for them, but they're not talking about what's going to happen. And okay, yes, they're in their 20s, so it's a long time away, but it's good to see, it's good to be able to recognise signs and to know your own body and to understand it and be prepared. So for me, my biggest campaign is for them rather than even myself. I mean, I want to get the right treatment for me, but obviously I want them to go through it in a different way to how I have. There's no reason why they shouldn't.